We're back, 2022.
Hello. Yes.
And we're open.
I know that's a bit of a shocker after last year. We even had customers coming in going like,
No.
I reckon you shut on in January.
Yeah, it didn't look good, did it? But
No. We're here. We made it.
Which is kind of the point of doing this, really. We're open, by the way.
Yes. Hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year's.
So, we're not normally open in the start of the year because for the last few years.
It was a nice Christmas and New Year's as well.
Don't say the C word.
Actually saw the family.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So, seeing as we are open and everything's back on, by the look of it, first wedding this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And they're straight back on the weddings.
Which is great. Thank to everyone who's inquired and checked out on Hitch. Thank you for the reviews as well. They've been
and Rachel and Richard, if you are listening, your video will be with you very soon.
He hasn't forgotten.
No, I haven't.
So looking forward to that, which is cool. We've got wedding chats and all sorts coming up with that, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, it's a pretty busy start to the year, which is good considering last year was a bit quiet.
So there is a reason for this rather than just rabbiting on. This one's quite specific to people who we've photographed their wedding for. There is going to be, we've heard from the album manufacturers, a special offer on the 30/30 size albums. I'm just waiting to find out what it is, but they always do if they do a discount, it's pretty good. So when I find out what it is, we'll let everyone know. So if you were thinking of getting an album, because we pass that discount on. Mm-hmm. So that might be quite cool, because if you were I know a few couples were thinking about it. So just hang fire for a bit until I find out. It should be this week.
Absolutely.
And we'll let you know what it is, because if it could be they normally do pretty stonking deals then. So.
Yeah,
so I won't be tight and just charge us in.
Of course. We'll get in touch with all you guys anyway, because I've still got a video or two to send out, and then we're going to very graciously ask if we can have some reviews as well, which would be lovely.
Yeah, thanks everyone who has already. That's
yes,
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
But that's the other thing as well, videography. Videography. Yeah. We do that.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing it for a while. For years, actually.
You know what?
Thinking about it.
It sounds like I've been doing it longer than I have, purely because I were doing them in 2019 or the end of 2018, but then there was a bit of a gap, if you remember that, for like nearly 2 years.
I can't remember what that was.
But last year was an absolute stonker. It was a busy one. But yeah, it's something we've been doing for a while.
Yeah, so we're going to put it on properly. The website's getting updated at the minute, which will include that. There'll be the link to the YouTube page. Is that what we're going to do? I think so.
Yeah.
So it's like sample videos that we've done.
I don't know why I'm using Vimeo like it's 1990.
Yeah, but we need to update that.
We need to use Vimeo.
So take a look, because then we can do a sort of a full package offer for photography and videography, which was always the point of doing it. You can't just do photos and you can't just do videography, but appreciating, especially for when it's a do, sometimes depending on packages and things like that for doing both. But it's just a nice, easy fix, and then we know that it's all done in-house as well. It's all done by
Absolutely. It's done in the same style as the photography, so it's nice and fun, not too in your face, we do poses and things, but that's not what it's all about.
Yeah, if you like a style of photography, the video is like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you know what you're getting. So that'll be cool this year. So we've got
Absolutely.
a few people, like you say, you've been doing it for a while, and then there was gaps.
I'll be eventually getting some help on it as well.
Wasn't it? We did pretty much every other wedding was a video as well. Film. I need a cooler word. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Movie.
But yeah, check them out. We'll stick that on Facebook as well, and the links and everything to the website and to the video page on YouTube.
That's it. Yeah. Well, we should hopefully be making more videos ourselves anyway. And probably podcasts now that we're...
Yeah, and we'll do some that aren't just us talking, because I appreciate this is pretty boring and that was very wedding specific. But it's just an introduction, isn't it, to the year and what else we've got going on. The other thing, that's how serious I am. I'm double tap the
Okay.
Schools.
Mm-hmm. What about schools?
Well, I'll tell you about schools. Again, they've been shut. Don't know if you've noticed. Some parents might have noticed that over the last... But there's been certain restrictions. Those of you know we've done nurseries for years. Little ones, reception class. So we're still doing them, obviously. It was great to see all those again, wasn't it? What a cracking Christmas run-up that was. We squeezed in some...
Yeah.
We squeezed in children's corners and...
Because it's
Some
weird,
of the
even though
babes,
we'd done them as recently as we could, but because of COVID, it was like we hadn't done them in a few years, so we
They
weren't
were nuts.
sure.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So we're looking for get back out there this year. But we've been asked a few times, and again, we've been doing a few and trialing it and trying to get it right for junior schools. Is that our phone?
Yeah. It's still got a Christmas tone on it as well. We'll ring you back. I promise we'll ring you back. Timing.
Yeah, if you wonder why we don't answer the phone, we're doing this.
First time we've done it as well in forever.
The phone hasn't stopped. Anyway, but schools, yeah, so we've done a few.
Yes.
And I think we've got it because
we've got it.
We've always sort of... We've never said no. It's just because we did the nurseries, it was trying to do the schools in the same way, not just doing the same old stuff that's available out there.
We didn't want to rush into it and just do what everyone else
do the same
does.
thing, and then
what's
the point? Then, one of the big complaints was from parents often, and from teachers as well, was the naff. The pictures, they're just...
I mean...
They are what they are.
Some
sort of
cheesy
thing.
poses which your child did not do off the back of their hand is... Like when we were seeing 10-year-old boys doing these really cutesy poses, which you reckon
see in their eyes, I hate this.
Yeah. Well, when they get into that age, they're not.
I guess it was because we've got more time with the little ones, and little ones, as we know, they don't give you a curtsy smile. 2-year-olds are only going to laugh if it's funny. That's it.
Absolutely.
So we spent the
trying
majority of our
to get a real smile,
a
or
proper
laugh,
smile,
not
a laugh.
cheese.
And it was trying to do that, but in the school, obviously, you've got 300, 400, 500, whatever. So we don't have that time, And we didn't. Again, we were trying to find a way. Listen to what the school didn't like about photo day.
Yep.
Because it always had a bit of, it's photo day. We thought, let's take that away because it'd be quite good fun. And then what parents didn't like, and then, what the kids
we kind of thought at the beginning as well
would react best to.
Because obviously school photographers, before we started doing it, were like, well, they must be under some time restraint, which they are, we are. But because we're so used to that with nurseries and trying to get the kids to smile. And
it was actually quicker.
Yeah, because... I mean, not to pigeonhole age ranges, but babies and toddlers can take a little bit longer to be on side than a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Well, Alton that we did,
especially with our daft behaviour.
Primary school that we did towards the end of last year. They even said, didn't they? So we were shooting the school, and then they came in with a grimace on the face, there is one thing. We do have a nursery as well that starts this afternoon, and there's 30 kids, and we're like, not a problem. When did the nursery teacher came out have you done it? We're like, that's we do that more than we do school.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do it's sort of the schools that we've done have been through people that we know from the studio. So one was head teacher that comes in with his family.
Yes.
Another was very organised with PTA and things like that. She's heavily involved in the school. She had 3 kids run through that school, and they know us really well. So it was great to do it's like anything, isn't it? The recommendation when they just said, I mean, for the head teacher was just I'm sick of getting grief about the photos. Will you just come and do it? I'm like, yep, we'll just come and do it. So, but again, we didn't want to just it's just try and wait for the feedback from parents as well. Now, I'm not saying I have to assume it's all good because we had out of a ton of orders, and giving a little bit of variety as well meant that people were ordering quite a lot of different stuff, and that was the other bit as well, keeping the ordering system simple for parents and obvious and not
the only notable thing that anyone mentioned, it was the mum of the child had rang up and the father of the child had ordered, and he ordered the wrong thing basically. So it wasn't really a complaint.
He did a solid dad thing and palmed it off on us, didn't he? It must be them that messed it up. And then we spoke to him. He was like, that was me.
yeah.
So fair enough on that one. But no, it was really good because then we went, right, you know what, we're not just like anything just saying, we can do it in theory, and then you get there and it's a disaster. It was better than we were expecting each time we've done it. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask.
Well, I'm going to get in touch with my daughter's school as well.
We've got kids, and a lot of the nurseries that we do have feed us, nurseries to primary schools and things like that. So we'll be speaking to them. But what we wanted to ask was, any guys who know us and been to the studio and everything, obviously most of you got kids. That's why you were here. If you think, or you know someone that we could maybe just, and it's not to pester them, it's literally just explain very quickly how we would do it, what we would do on photo day. see if it's the same thing. The same stuff keeps cropping up every teacher and head teacher or whoever's charged with organising it at the same time, so we can quite quickly just go, yeah, we don't do that, we do that, we don't do that.
We've tried having an answer for everything, so prices are competitive, shouldn't be any more expensive than anyone else, and maybe a bit cheaper than some of the competition.
We'll put the sizes on.
We actually
so
try
you know
and
what
get
size they are, the
smiles.
pictures are. Yeah, that's the main
We
thing.
don't put some crappy looking distracting background in
just
there.
a
I mean, generally speaking, it's all about prices and packaging.
and the smile.
And the smile's
Good
the bit.
smile,
That's
yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
And then we actually tell you the size of the pictures as well, because
Yeah,
it does
that's
my head
all
in when
good,
they say large print and it's only this big. That's
And
not
a little
large.
bit of a choice of a few. Do you know what I mean? That's the other thing as well. So it's people's tastes are different. You know, putting someone really traditional straight down the camera, make sure we get that.
Yep.
Others like a more relaxed look works great for the older kids as that. So we can.
That's something we forgot. Yeah, we do actually take more than one picture,
Yeah.
but it's not 2 pictures of the same.
Takes 2 seconds to do. So we actually we rattled through it, didn't we? Quite quick. A few times.
It was a good laugh as well.
Each time has been better than the previous time. So we want to do a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Not loads.
No.
We're not. It's not a big let's do 100 of these. But it's just nice to do it through someone who knows the head, or someone who knows the office staff, or someone who's teaching themselves or involved in it. It's like we say with nurseries when people say, "Oh, you do nursery schools? Yeah, how'd you get that?" Like, let us in. We'll do it.
Mhm.
Then see what you think. And touch wood, we've always gone back. Do you know what I mean? So
Absolutely,
it's just give it a whirl, and hopefully we'll do everything we've got. So we've got a few.
Whatever we do in the studio, we basically try and do at the school just
quicker.
a bit quicker. Yeah.
But if there's something specific, this is why I wanted to ask people and then get the name of someone we could speak to, so that if there is a, the big one was there were still certain restrictions for the C word at a couple of them that we went to, so we just had to work around that. But that was the point, was being able to.
The last proper school we did it, we kind of were the in between, like a class had to isolate or something.
Back to that.
Yeah.
That bubbles bursting and
Yeah.
nonsense and all that.
Yeah.
Kids colouring in positive tests so they could go on.
Oh yeah.
Using what is it, orange juice or something?
Just a red pencil. I
It's
think.
a red pen. I think apparently, isn't it? I probably should have. I read somewhere that you could fake a positive test with Orangina or something, or Ties or something like that. One of the.
They're just selling out of that.
One of the
now.
drinks, Capri Sun, I think it was.
It's not a shortage of toilet roll. It's Capri Sun, so people can get off work and school.
Kids are just So we'll do a handful more schools. We've got plenty to get in touch with. Thank you to everyone who's already recommended it. We've just been asking, word of mouth. But we will put it out there on Facebook and just ask again. It's not to pester them. We're not ringing some head teacher every 2 minutes trying to bug them. Appreciate they've got an awful lot on.
I mean, generally speaking, the whole reason why we started nurseries as well, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just people are fed up of crappy pictures.
We can do it good. And in one day, less than a day. So don't distract.
We were
classing together.
We were really surprised how quick we went through nearly 300 children, weren't we?
At that last one, yeah. And then turn it around in a day as well, so we could get it out in time. So it was, they all get an edit as well, which is a nice thing. It's expected these days,
that's a good point.
God, how are we going to edit hundreds and wasn't too bad.
They don't edit the files, do they? I don't think. I think they just get the settings as close as and just.
Yeah, it was just to give it.
You've got to edit it.
There's some bits that we wanted to do, and it looks cool. So more schools again. So we're redoing the ones that we've been to, which will be great. But we'll ask for a bit of help with that. If anyone knows anyone, we're not going school to school to ask that. And it's kind of just primary schools as well, junior.
I mean,
not secondary.
Because head teachers are so busy at school. It's not saying that nursery managers aren't busy, but there's a lot more children. So we can always just send a nice email.
Yeah, we've got all the info there, but it's like everything that we do. We can speak to someone for 10 minutes.
We're not going to be cold call.
It's quick, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to just get it organised and done. So we'll do that and back out to nurseries as well. So excited for that. Wednesday back on Thursday back on. And here we go. Studio.
January sale.
Is it? Let's end that. No. To everyone, we sold a lot of vouchers
we did.
Christmas presents, which I assume have now been given, and we're starting to get people saying we've been given a voucher for Christmas, which is awesome. So we're open, unrestricted and until told otherwise. Good to go on baby shoots, little legs, family portraits and things like that. We were talking the other day, weren't we, about just yesterday, about the Christmas run up, even though people could get together, we still didn't do the big family get-togethers. We did a few.
Well, every
but not-
year, more
yeah.
especially towards Christmas, we'd get a lot of families maybe coming from abroad or more from down south and things, and it seemed a lot less frequent last year.
Yeah, that was all. We were expecting that, that it's rare that there's a shoot of less than 8 people, That's what we're
There were just less larger, family get-togethers where it's like all the same family, but 3 households of families or 4 households of families all together. It was
we didn't do as much. We did a lot. It was great, the ones that came in.
We did do some. Yeah, it was
I think
great.
people are still a bit wary of travelling, and they didn't want to blow being able to see each other at Christmas by coming up, getting together.
Everyone's had previous lockdowns like in the head, and this is always the time of year as well, especially from last year, to go off of near Christmas in the height of winter when flus are anyway already quite high. It's just everyone's been a little bit like, any minute something's gonna happen.
I'm still waiting for it,
a little bit.
I'm told to work from home, and it's a bit.
I was already on a bit of I bet it's going to be like last
in
year.
this week, to be honest. I was thinking we'd be.
Not that I'm knocking it. I'm glad we're open.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
and great for everyone who's booking, because I think people started to. Well, the phone keeps ringing.
Yeah, that's true.
The people are coming in, and it's going to get. But we'd love to get it back, back up and busy. So everyone who's missed out on that's why we're going to do the special offers for the shoots, because that's. Yeah, it's just nice.
It's kind of a continuation on from
it's
Christmas
just really running
offers,
it through. So if you missed out for Christmas, keep it
Christmas
going.
is a lot of. You're buying things for other people, whereas the January sale, come in yourself. Now especially that it's looking good for this year, hopefully with restrictions. We'll see how everything goes. But, you can get that. And the vouchers don't expire, so you can get it now, and you can use it later on in the year, but you've got it at that better price.
Yeah. So everything's back up, isn't it?
It is.
We've got a special offer for the albums coming up.
Wedding in a few days.
Back up, we'll be in touch with the nurseries. We'll still that stuff out for schools.
Baby groups. I'm going to be getting in touch with baby groups again.
We should be back on.
Yeah, they should be fine to go.
That'll be awesome, because they've always been brilliant.
Yeah, because I missed out on that last year a little bit, because we were shut for the first 3 months, and then I'm sure they were as well. It was a bit like, I'm not going to get in touch asking how they're doing, because it'll be the same as us.
Yeah. Then we've been talking to the guys at the Ride-ins and Trinity as well, and there's all stuff planned for shooting in the centres and various different things, but they're still doing the same as but there's no point if no one can come, so let's wait.
Be interested if there's going to be another Wakefield Bid Awards.
Let's wait and see. Yeah. Oh, we've got that with Eco Baby as well. We're going to go see the guys over there. That needs to get in touch with.
That was great, because we managed to find out the new businesses in Wakefield, because I'll be honest, I've realised how terrible I am for going into the centre of Wakefield.
Yeah. And maybe they'll finish that mill next to us, or they'll knock the water. Must be getting close now.
They're starting from the museum side and they're building the way up towards us, so eventually we're going to...
Well, that'll be good when that opens. Hopefully it's supposed to be this year. Oh, but that was maybe...
Just wonder how they're going to knock that bit through right next to the studio.
Carefully, hopefully.
That
way.
We might have to be careful that week.
We might be shut that week, all good stuff, all exciting. It's back open. A little bit of disbelief, we're actually open. We're the studio up. We've got loads of new shoot ideas and things that we wanted to, but we won't do all of that. Yeah,
well, I say new products, like new iterations of products.
Yes, our grow frames that are mega popular. We have annoyed our framer again to mix it up and do some different. Every design is different on a one-off anyway, but some different. Ways to lead into eventually being a grow frame. This is all nonsense if you have no idea what I'm talking about.
The grow frames don't have enough variety as it is.
Basically the most varied thing we do, we're adding a bit more variety. Just because we've got people coming, they're on the 9th edition to the grow frames. Absolutely. And people are wanting to start them, but they know fine well they're moving house and stuff like that. This was always the point, was to make sure that anything that you get is super flexible for wherever it ends up. So
and another thing as well, in relation to grow frames, we're going to be doing box frame collections as well, which we're going to trial them out, how that. We're going to see how they end up looking, but it's going to be a nice way to get a collection if you like that style, like with the wall arts. Yeah. But we'll see how they end up looking.
We'll do a video on that when we've got the samples back.
Yeah, and
from
we can do crazy sizes as well with box frames, so we can really do some interesting
it's
stuff.
going to be cool. That
We're going to get a bit of creative.
we've basically done that thing where you come in a new year and go, right, let's change everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're not going to change everything. So there's
Well,
we're going to narrow down what we're
We
doing.
see it every day, all year, don't we?
come
So
in and
we
go, I'm fed up with that picture now.
we just want to switch
change
it up.
it. So, that'll be good stuff. That'll be all right.
Absolutely.
Plenty more videos coming up because Cena's video boy here is going
I've,
nuts with that. He's going to
upgrading
want to be
cameras.
practicing. So our Facebook page is going to be you messing about with videos, isn't it?
Drones next on the list.
No, we're not getting a drone.
You need to get licensed for that now.
I know.
It took me long enough to get my driving license. I mean, see how I am with the
I've
drone.
seen your driving, so you'd definitely bring a helicopter down or something with a drone.
I feel like there's something else to mention as well, but I have no idea what that was.
Video do new offers.
No, there's
That's
January.
stupid.
so
No,
I
it's
missed that.
been just.
I think that's pretty
Let's
much
go.
it.
We're
Yeah.
good to go. Oh, wedding inquiries. Hitched.
Hitched.
Um,
yeah.
That we've so the wedding planning service Hitched, the online service. We've joined them last year or the year before, I think it was.
It was just last year, I believe. Yeah.
And we're just building the profile up again. Thank you to everyone who giving us a recommendation on
yeah.
there.
Well, thanks to everyone who found us and booked us.
Yeah, have a
there as
look on
well.
Hitched. It's looking pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's a nice thing to keep updated. So if anyone is wedding planning and you haven't checked out Hitched, give it a shout because there's everything on there.
Yeah. So if
and it is quite easy to use.
If you've got an
It's pretty
idea
good.
on location and things, you just basically pop your location.
Check it. So
in and
we're
it'll
like
find
linked in with the
venues.
various venues and stuff like that, so you can check out
Suppliers.
images shot at the venue that you're looking at and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Yeah, we got more into it, didn't we? Because we had the time,
That's it. Yeah.
and we thought we'll put a bit more into that. Let's see how it goes. And then bang, 'cause everyone's at home and we started wedding planning when they could.
Oh, yeah.
It just went nuts, didn't it?
I think there's many
blimey.
couples out there with how things have been where they've been planning for years, but they haven't set a date just in case. But
Yeah, we kind of got almost 3 years worth of.
I mean, with
Planners.
the way this year's starting, if this continues, like I could imagine there's going to be a lot of like people actually booking in and like having the confidence to do that.
Yeah.
So it could be quite.
I think it's back on it. It's all good.
I
Well, know
think
that
so.
like
Yeah.
Matt Nichols, he's seen on his profile and spoke to him for a while. He's just been nuts with wedding books because it's kind of condensed a
Well,
year's
last
worth
year was
and
like
more
2 years
into
worth,
like
yeah,
into 6 months, and they do stacks. So it's
absolutely.
those guys. I know those guys have been busy in Yorkshire wedding video and things like that. There just seems to be every other day 'cause people were like getting them crammed in, weren't they? So
That's it.
yeah, but we still got dates available.
Mhm.
So give us a shout, check it out because it's filling up, mind. But
It is. Yeah.
keep saying all this stuff. We're going to do more schools, and then more weddings. And I'm like,
No, we're gonna find the time. It's only me and you, and Sam as well,
of course.
and a bit of Kieran.
So yeah, so that basically, I guess the thing we're up, we're back up,
Yeah, we're back.
and it seems
Oh,
restricted.
I've remembered.
Oh, go on.
Messi Play's coming back.
Oh, that was one of them. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we've had quite a few inquiries about Messi Play.
Yeah.
I almost forgot we did it because we
'Cause
couldn't really do it for 2 years.
Moved the Messi Play stage, didn't we? Yeah, because
Because Messi Play is great. It's better with friends and family, you know, when you've got people to throw paint at. And over the last 2 years,
such
it's
a
kind of
fun
been
shoot, and it's
discouraged.
messy, and it's kind of, you've got to get cleaned up afterwards, and
Mhm.
towels and wet wipes, and I don't know. It just didn't. People were staying away from each other. Not
Yeah.
Messi plays very
Causing
much
mess seemed like
smashed
the last
together
thing you
and-
wanted to do.
Yeah, it
but-
did. It seemed a bit like, I don't know. It just seemed people weren't up for it
Yeah.
during a pandemic because it's very huggy and fun, and
Yeah.
the pandemic wasn't huggy or fun at all. But it's back, and we're looking forward to that. We've got some new ideas. We did again, not that it isn't completely varied enough already, but we had the luminous paint, didn't we?
That's
that we
it.
tried, and
That was pretty funky
yeah,
as well.
powder paint. I forgot to tell you about this, like that bath jelly goo stuff. Have you seen it? That you put in the bath
Oh, yeah,
for a
yeah.
kid and it turns it into jelly.
Oh, nice.
We can do a shoot with
We're
that.
going to do something with
Yeah.
that, okay.
That'll be messy.
You can clean that up.
Yeah. Oh, apparently it cleans up. So
What, by itself?
no, I think you have to do it. That'd be good.
Oh, the
Self-cleaning, messy play. That'd be awesome. So yeah, that's back, and we'll get that on again. We'll keep everything updated on Facebook, and
Yep.
let you know what we're up to. Let you know with offers, and then these ones that are coming from the suppliers, the new grow frames, the wedding albums, and things like that.
dream.
But in the meantime, yeah,
Yeah,
let's get going.
we're back at it, baby.
Yeah, we should probably go and check the messages.
Yeah, I know. If that person who's been ringing us and watches this, they'd be like, oh,
And that's why they didn't answer.
Busy, were you? Were you busy?
Just
Just
10 minutes,
chatting
that's all we
away
were
in your
doing.
Video.
10 minutes. I'm going to do more vids. Yeah, cool.
Yes. So thank you guys for watching. We're back. Everything's looking great. We're touching.
So far.
See you guys soon.